Hello everyone, it is 4 p.m. on Tuesday the 29th of August, 2023. Armored Chocobo's here, and we're here for some Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I have been flip-flopping today on whether or not I even wanted to do the stream. I've got some offline stuff hitting me rather roughly right now, namely sleep and stomach issues. But considering my brain tried to punish me when I didn't push the button, and almost hit me with an anxiety attack because I didn't stream, I figured I'd just go ahead and do it anyways. Is that healthy? I don't know. But regardless, here we are. I have to actually... Well, yeah, Chimera Land also messing with my brain as well. Yeah. But we won't get into Chimera Land. It's a silly place. Advance warning, I had to do a lot of weird stuff to get this game to work at all. And run at modern standards. It is a 2003 RPG, and did not have native 16:9 support. So I did have to use a few visual mods. So if anything does bug out, bear with me. I didn't use any further mods than just visual, like basic, the bare minimum, pretty much. I didn't even install the quote-unquote community patch. So outside of 16:9, we will be getting the full KOTOR experience. So let me quickly hope that the game actually boots. Advance warning, I will have to hard mute the game audio for a bit during the initial, or not during the initial boot up, but once we actually get to the opening text scroll, because, well, the people who own the rights to Star Wars have been extremely aggressive about copyright striking things like the whatchamacallit, copyright striking things like the main Star Wars theme. So if I don't mute it, I run the risk of getting copyright strike, and that is especially iffy on YouTube itself. I once tried to do a Let's Play on this game back in the day, and I had to cancel it at the first episode because I immediately got copyright banged. So, with that out of the way and initial, like, housekeeping done, let's push the play button and get things moved around and hope it works. There we go. Oop. I'm hoping it's capturing properly. I can't actually see my stream preview anymore or audio balancing, so if it's a bit rough, I apologize. I can tweak that mostly on the fly. Oh boy. Are you seriously going to crash going to the main menu? Are you serious right now? We got the spinny wheel of doom. I can't even game capture this. I have to use window capture. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. What's funny is it worked just fine on my actual stream preview, or not stream preview, my testing stuff. But now that I'm actually live, of course, I have to I start getting issues. So let's give this a moment. I'll hard close it. I may have to click past, or I may have to skip past some of the opening videos. That might be what's causing it. Oh. Well, we are off to an absolutely great start. Hold on. Yeah, it's the streamer curse. Okay. Click that again. Immediately close you. There we go. So the big problem is, because I have the window capture... Oh, I can't move the window anymore. Oh, that's good. That's great. Yeah, there's some screwiness. So, what is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic? Well, do you know Dungeons and Dragons? Yes. So funnily enough, the team that I believe made the original 2 Baldur's Gate games, went on to make a Star Wars D20 game. And this is what threw a lot of people off going into it, because they expected... I don't know what people expected going into this one. But a lot of people... A lot of casual players have complained about Knights of the Old Republic being, well, a bit clunky, shall we say. So, here at the start, you have 3 starting classes, male and female, and, well, there's more classes than that, but that's a mild story spoiler, and we'll be getting into that down the line. So, you have your soldier. They are your fighter equivalent. You get extra feats. They do heavy armor stuff really, really well. High fortitude, save progression, etc., etc. Full base attack bonus. Jedi or Sith? I haven't actually decided yet. My default is usually doing a light side playthrough. Mostly because I don't want Bastila, or I don't like Bastila just whining in my ear about, oh no, you're going down the path of the dark side. But, yeah. Moving on, Scout. The closest equivalent is Bard, I think. They have, like, really high general skills. Oh, that too. Yeah, they have really high general skills. They get, cybernetic implant proficiencies by default. And actually, I can just show this. Hold on. Custom character. Yeah, here, let me just quickly... default stat spread, 14, 14, 12... Okay. Yeah, so, for example, Soldier here has, for their general class skills, they have Demolitions, which is disarming and or placing mines. They have Awareness, which is detecting stealth or hidden traps. Persuade is not a class skill, but it is, main character only, so we'll be taking that regardless. And they get Treat Injury. So, your heal skill in Dungeons & Dragons. Oh, hold on, I have to just assign stuff, so 1, 2, 3, 4... Actually, I think for this one, we're gonna need points in Persuade anyways, so I'll just go Awareness Persuade. Yeah, I'm mildly dumping Int. Like, I could pull 2 points out of Con, but that seems ill-advised. Okay, here we go. So, the auto-granted feats for, I almost said fighter. Soldier, they get full armor proficiency, light, medium, heavy. They start with Power Attack and Power Blast, which are actual activated attacks, here. There's 3 melee/range activated attacks in some other special situations. And they get full proficiency with repeating blasters, which are a special weapon type that we might see a little bit of. Okay. But with that as an example. Hold on. Oh, I have to actually hit cancel. Oops. Okay, this... And then you've got the Scout. I like that guy. 12, 10, 10. I don't like having a negative modifier in any of my stats. It's always been a weird thing in the back of my brain. In this game, charisma especially is probably needed. So for Scout, you have computer use, demolitions, awareness, repair, and treat injury all as class skills. So you've got a good spread. You don't have everything, but you have a really nice spread. So, funnily enough, yeah, security is cross-class. It does mean that there's a very interesting build option that you can go with. Oops. I don't really need repair. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm only showing off the feats anyways. Okay. So, Scout gets light and medium armor. They get Flurry, which is effectively multi-attack. You attack multiple times per round, but with a reduced attack modifier. They get Rapid Shot too. And they get auto implants, as I said. What they don't have is, like I mentioned, they do not get heavy weapons. That is soldier exclusive. And last but not least, we have the Scoundrel. So the Scoundrel is your rogue. In just about every sense of the setup. Oh, something else I should mention for those who know D&D a little bit better. Melee weapons, I believe, are automatically finessable, which means for attack modifier, they will use your higher of strength or dexterity. Same for what is it? Same for lightsabers. Wow, I forgot what a lightsaber was. We're off to a great start today. Oh, no. Dip. But for skills is where the Scoundrel gets really interesting. Because they are the only class that has stealth by default. Now, unfortunately, from my experience, stealth is not all that good. I never did a successful stealth-based character / run back in the day. They're also the only starting class to get Persuade as a class skill. Yeah. And they're also the only one to get Security as a class skill, but honestly, outside of the very early game, there's... like, we'll be getting party members that can fill these roles a little bit better. So, with that out of the way, let's just slap in random points for now. Persuade, awareness, stealth, security, and might as well go all class skills. Yeah, that's the funny thing. With a +1 int modifier, you get full class skills for Scoundrel. Feats. For feats, the Scoundrel only has light armor. They get critical strike, which I don't remember what this one does. I'll have to look at this description. I think it's just an attack boost. It's like the inverse of power attack, where you get a higher attack modifier. Maybe a chance to auto crit. I'm not 100% on that. They also get sneak attack and Scoundrel's luck. Now, I don't remember 100% how sneak attack works in this game. When the target can't respond to the attacker. Or backstabs. Yeah, I've heard that... I'm not going to get into the second classes, because that's a little bit of a story spoiler. But, when you get the second class and you pair it with the soldier equivalent second class, yeah, gap closing across the entire room and dealing like 5d6 sneak attack damage or whatever gets a little busted. Oh, not 5d6, but yeah. Oh! And the scoundrels have an automatic +2 to their defense, which is your armor class. That's actually pretty good. Proficiency, melee weapons, weapon focus we don't need. Okay, so sniper shot / sniper attack. I was completely wrong about what this was. It's a crit modifier expander, or crit roll range, whatever you want to call it, crit range expander, where it doubles the crit range. And wow, that's interesting. I have actually not looked up what this did for a while, hence why I'm looking at it now. And a chance to stun with a DC of character level plus int modifier. And it lowers... Wait, does it lower the player's defense or the enemy's defense? That's kind of an important distinction. Huh. Well, who knows? We'll find out. But yeah, no, with that out of the way, I will be playing for the start of this after... Oh, good lord, we took 10 minutes on that. I will be playing a soldier to start with. So, funny story. This is, I believe, the canon main character face, with some mild changes. Namely, a beard. This is the face that they actually use for the main character of Knights of the Old Republic moving forward. We will not be using that. So, what are our face options? Well, we have a few good ones. I actually kind of like this one. It's kind of got that sort of... I don't know. Got a bit of a sort of rogue look to it, but maybe that's not what we're going with here. This one's got the soul patch. I'm not sure about that one. I think back when I played all the way back in the day on the original Xbox, I think this was the face I used. So we're gonna recapture my childhood again, it seems. And for the main character, at least, it is probably better to run with a melee build, so we will be going high strength. You can technically go to 18 strength at the start, but I feel like 16 is a better sweet spot because that opens up more points for other skills. Dexterity, I would usually put it at 14. And the reason you put it at 14 is so that you have at least some modifier for... Let's see, what was it? Well, second class is light to no armor. So it helps to have some points in dexterity. So you're not getting your armor shredded effectively. Con, I usually put to 14 as well. I've already showed off my stat spread. Int, we're going to 12. I'm debating. You know, we can technically make up a lower constitution by taking the tough feat. And that'll let us get a few more points or a few more skill points off of int. And then we go 10-10, so we're not getting a negative modifier. Because, let me tell you, having a negative modifier on wisdom is reducing your will saves. And that's going to become very important once you start dealing with, what is it? Well, this is Star Wars, so enemy force powers are in play. And Charisma 10 just means that we don't have a negative modifier on Persuade checks. Okay. So with that, let's go skills. I believe I already said I'm going Awareness. I'm going Persuade. And again, you can technically take Wait, security is wisdom-based? I'm sorry, what? Security is wisdom-based here. That breaks my brain. Because, I play a few other games, D&D based games, and security, yeah, I know, there's other party members who can handle it. I'm just speaking in general. But I was more referring to the related attribute here. Normally it's int or dexterity. Because it's dexterity if you're manually picking the lock, it's int if it's, like, anything else. But no, it's wisdom in Star Wars for some reason, which is weird. And we'll be taking treat injury. Then again, I don't know. Maybe I should grab demolitions. No, we'll have a character who can handle all the demolition stuff. I think treat injury for early game is definitely going to be needed. So that's our starting skills. And now for the move that some people are going to disagree with me on. I don't like using two-weapon fighting for melee. We've already established we're doing a melee build. And unfortunately, the only 2 feat options for, I guess you could call it stance for melee is 2-weapon and dueling. Dueling is single weapon, no offhand. There's no two-handed fighting in this game. Unlike, I'll use a quick example, Dungeons & Dragons Online, which is... Yeah, I have that on the brain. But, we're going to be going with dueling, because it gives us a little bit of a defense boost. And it's, of course, extra attack. I could take one of the extra... Oh. Ew, okay. So yeah, Flurry is minus defense to self and minus attack, but you get to make multiple attacks. Okay, I should probably read my skills a little bit more often. Power attack is very, very good, though, because it doesn't have a defense penalty like Sniper, like Crit or Flurry. It just gives a -3 to hit, which would basically put us at +0 for the time being. But that'll be fixed very, very quickly by just getting gear modifiers. But yeah, we're going to take dueling as our starting. And our name. And... yeah, you've mentioned survival decks. I played the build I intend to play. This is what I did back in the game, and I beat the final boss with it. I know what I'm doing. I played D20-based games extensively. Please trust in the process. And for a character name, well... I guess since we're actually playing a male for once, we'll just go with simple Nero. And here's where I have to hard mute the audio for a bit, because, Star Wars theme. Hold on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, I had to find the button and make sure I was able to push it. No. Just no. Alright. So, play. And I hope you appreciate the sound of silence for a bit. I'm so tempted to start, like, humming the main theme, but I'm worried that'll ping the copyright too. Oh, I actually need to turn the cinematic volume up a little bit. 4,000 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire, the Republic verges on collapse. Darth Malak, last surviving apprentice of the Dark Lord Revan, has unleashed an invincible Sith armada upon an unsuspecting galaxy. Crushing all resistance, Malak's war of conquest has left the Jedi Order scattered and vulnerable, as countless knights fall in battle, and many more swear allegiance to the new Sith Master. In the skies above the Outer Rim world of Taris, a Jedi battle fleet engages with the forces of Darth Malak in a desperate effort to halt the Sith's galactic domination. Okay. Sorry, I had to do I had to try and do the Clone Wars announcement or announcer voice. It didn't feel right not having that narration. And I believe I can unmute. Let me know if it's unmuted, because if I click anywhere off the window, it will skip the cutscene. Also, apologies if it's really quiet. Audio balance is fast and loose. Yeah, I definitely need to turn the cinematics up a little bit. Surprise! We're on a ship. It's exploding.
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Where are we?
Did you fall out of your bunk and hit your head? The Endar Spire is the ship we're staying.
Hey, Legend,
You probably don't even know who I am, do you? I'm Trask Olgo, ensign with the Republic Fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up. We have to find Bastila. We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've seen you since maybe Dragon's Dogma was the latest. It's been a while. How you been? In any case, okay. You're throwing a lot of nouns, Mr. Trask Olgo. Who's Bastila?
Bastila is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really. But she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I've heard all about your reputation. Elite combat training, tops in your class. It's no wonder you were handpicked for this mission. Word is the officers haven't seen a recruit with your kind of potential in 20 years. But all that potential doesn't mean a thing if you can't deliver when it counts. We're soldiers. We're trained for combat. Bastila is going to need men and women like us at her side during this attack.
Okay, so funny bit about that little bit of dialogue there, that actually changes depending on your selected class. Also, someone subscribed, but I didn't get any notification for it. So, that's fun. Hold on. I'll get to actual gameplay and click off the window and try and fix that real fast. Well, thank you very much, Legend. I'm glad to see you back. And yeah, I took about a year break due to mental health issues after, let's see, it was Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I took the break. I needed some time off, and well, everything finally lined back up for me to stream again. So I've been back for what, 2-3 months now, give or take. Okay, let's go help Bastila.
So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
Okay, I'll figure out where my gear is. So game audio will mute real fast. I need to click out of the window. We're getting tutorial messages. So Sorry, I have to quickly go into Streamlabs. Hey, Streamlabs. Yeah, I got logged out. Hold on. Things are gonna be a little bit wibbly. And now... Oh, wow, it isn't even Wow, I can't even actually notify of that sub alert, so, Well, I know you subbed. You know you subbed. You know, it's there. It's there. Alright. Alright, so movie volume needs to go up. Is the audio balance otherwise good? I have attenuation on, so let me shut up for a moment and just tell me if it's generally quiet or not. Okay, audio's fine. Cool. I'm going to try and balance the movie volume a little bit. We are going to have another one coming up. Otherwise, our settings should be generally good. The map is tiny. There's nothing I can do about that. It's just an unfortunate part of the upscaling. But otherwise, we do have in these menus a full dialogue and, like, combat readout. We have our stat screens, character screens, inventory, and gearing for various characters. Control on PC, at least, is full keyboard and mouse. There is no controller option, which actually threw me off for a bit because I played this originally.
Move the mouse to the edges of the screen to rotate the camera. Alternately, moving the mouse while holding down the right mouse button will rotate the camera as well.
I took too long. So Trask...
Towards the footlocker, hold down the right mouse button and face the camera towards it. Then hold down the left mouse button as well to cause the character to run forward.
Trask is breaking the fourth wall because I apparently don't know how to play a video game. If you are fast enough to just do this on your own, he will never do that. But our starting gear, we get a short sword, basic clothes, blaster rifle, and a strength buff. If you start as the other classes, I believe Scout gets a basic implant here at the start, and Scoundrel gets something else. I really don't remember. Imagine having someone come up to you IRL and giving you video game instructions when you're just out and about in public, as if you're the avatar for the player character. I would be exceptionally concerned if that happened for a variety of reasons. Also, for picking up our gear, we just get XP. It's not much, but hey. Okay. We have pants, and we have a sword. Though, funnily enough, hold on. I don't remember whether or not, Okay. So, interesting thing I just noticed. Ranged weapons are not using stat to damage. So in this, by default, it would be dexterity to damage. They are literally just dealing the straight damage number. Whereas melee, you get your strength to damage. Okay. Trask.
Okay, let's move out. We should stick together. You'll have more success with a party than on your own.
Trask joined the party. In most areas, you can use the party selection screen to quickly switch party members in and out as you need them. This is done instantly and without having to return to your base. Characters switched out of your party will wait for you back at your base. Remember, any equipped items will remain on the character, so these items will not show up in your inventory when a character is removed from the party. You'll have to add the character to your party again if you want to access their equipped items. Oh. And Trask is a level 3 soldier to start. Bob Ross joined the party. Time to paint the town. This party system was horrible? I never had any real issues with it.
It's in lockdown, but don't worry. I've got the override codes. You'll have to use me to unlock the door.
Oh my. Oh, I have to use Trask to unlock the door, you say. Okay, I know how this works. So we press tab to switch between party members, and we just click on the door with them.
Now that the door's open, you better take the lead again.
And it auto-switches you back to your personal character afterwards. Though they didn't really need to do that because, well, funny enough. Oh, and they inform you here of WASD controls.
This is KOTOR. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge!
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's one of the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
Alright. Yeah, we have a journal. It's our quest log. Robot. Because we can't... You cannot go with a Star Wars game without hearing droid beeps at least once. Okay. Well. And I believe, yep, we have to... Oh, we skipped a tutorial.
These Sith must be the advanced boarding party for the Republic!
So what's funny there is, they move your character out to the hallway. They just move you out to the hallway for no reason. You literally just open the door. Yeah, no, he's there now. It is a mild gripe I have with this. But, this is technically a D&D game or D20. Combat is in rounds. You can take a certain number of actions per round. Though you can run the game in full real-time combat, you can also just pause at any time and just set actions. So, for example, I want to power attack that one, and then, hold on. I want to click you, and I want to power attack you. And then we press space, and we run and do those actions. And lo and behold, us having 16 strength to start gives us more than enough damage to deal with these early enemies.
What?
Oh, and enemies will have... Oop. Enemies will have random drops that are just called remains on the ground. And you pick them up and they have items. So, you also have to be very careful because sometimes the enemy drops can just blend into the background. Funnily enough, Jade Empire is one I don't have much experience with. But I remember Jade Empire being fully real-time. Like, I don't remember there being a tactical pause on Jade Empire. Okay, open the door. Not gonna... Yes, I know how this works. Okay. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen gameplay of it. I may have to give it a shot at some point. So we do have a bunch of loot in this room, including some med packs and credits. We're gonna need those down the line. The Holy Grail. Well, not really a Holy Grail, but a very important item for the next room, a hand grenade, and a footlocker with a longsword, a combat suit, a second short sword, and 2 more frag grenades. Now, I've got a confession to make. Back in the day, I was not good about actually using things like grenades, I would just basically rush through and combat everything. Oh, side note, you can just unequip Trask. I am going to do that because of reasons.
Sure.
We have 4 med packs, but I'm not dinged enough to justify them, especially considering we have +4. Man, all we got is this dinky sword, and they're packing vibroblades? You know, why can't we just pick up some of those? But yeah, funnily enough, that NPC just gave us the solution. We want to know. Left clicking the action cube will clear an action. Yes, I just want to... Hold on. I need to target the middle. Darn it! Can I not target? Hold on.
What?
There we go. So we target the middle one, throw 1 grenade. Triple kill. Yeah, E toggles through targets. Oops. And then we have this one. I'm gonna hit you with a power attack. Ooh, I missed. That's fine. Trask can handle it. Yeah, Trask is just fine with just his bare hands. Trask is engaging in fisticuffs and proving very effective at it. So, what's funny is, I wonder... Hold on. I have to check something real fast. What is our unarmed damage? Okay, so if you want a fixed damage value... unequip your weapon. And just punch things. I wonder if anybody's actually done a straight-up unarmed build in this one. I think in the second game it's a little bit more viable because of, I think the Ikani training gives you unarmed stuff, or at least there was some implication of that. I don't remember 100%. It's been years. Oh. If you listen very carefully, you can hear the sound of, well... Oh my. That was a very... Okay, I don't need the grunts.
It's a dark Jedi. This fight is too much for us. We better stay back. All we do is get in the way.
So what's funny is...
That was one of the Jedi accompanying Bastila. Damn, we could have used her help.
What's funny about that cutscene is I don't think it's an actual cutscene. I'm reasonably certain that is a... what is it? That is real-time combat being simulated, and it can run as long or short, depending on how long it takes her to kill the Sith. I've never seen the Sith win, because I think his damage is being nerfed, but, yeah, that's... There you go. Oh, and we have more Sith. So, let's... You know what? I'm just gonna let normal combat roll. Because I really like the normal combat animations, I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the things that I always loved about this game. It's just got the not dynamic animation, but it has multiple like basic attack animations, and they just play out like it plays out differently depending on whether you hit, miss, deflect, etc. And I love it. Okay, so is there anything else here before we get to the bridge? No, there is not. All right, bridge. I could grenade... Actually, better idea. No, I want to... Granada!
Bastards not here on the bridge. They must have retreated to the escape pods. We better head that way too. The Sith want Bastila alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
Okay. So what's funny is I think if you normally just kill these two in front, that cutscene trips, and you don't get any of the XP from any of the Sith that are up at the front of the bridge. Because I'm pretty sure they all just die in that sort of explosion. Ooh. Yep, and by doing that, we actually got extra concussion grenades, which, different grenades, different damage types, etc., etc. We also leveled up. So there is an auto-level feature, but it's just about as bad as you'd expect. Manual level-ups are the way to go. So first of all, our skills. Cross-class skills, again, we can't really do anything with. That is every odd level rather than every even level because we started with them. So 1 point awareness, 1 point treat injury, and then our feats. This is where we have options. I could take toughness to make up for us losing... I could take toughness for us losing the 1 point of con to take an extra modifier and int. However, I think what's going to be useful in the long term, and what I'm probably going to start working on, is just getting our implant feats here at the start. Because they are a stat stick, and they do have some nice effects. So we're going to take implant 1. Oh wow, we have 17 AC here at the start. That's actually very, very good. Okay. And then through the doors. And the reason I took Trask's weapon.
There's something behind here.
But he magically pulls a short sword out of his rear.
I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go!
Well, bye, Trask. I believe Trask has bought you the time you need to escape. You should make your way to the starboard section of the ship. Stop. Hemispace. So what's funny is, yeah, he literally just pulls that short sword out of nowhere. Because we have both of the short swords we picked up. We also have the blaster pistols we picked up. Oh! It actually unequips him. I didn't even have to do that. We have an extra thing of clothing. I just noticed. Wow. That's interesting. Okay. So, on to the starboard section. We are solo from here on.
This is Cartho Nassi on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Bastila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods.
Okay. We will indeed get to the escape pods. I'm gonna save our grenades. They're very useful for early game AoE. Or just to sell off, frankly. And down he goes. Oh, and he dropped remains. Chocobo, I just saw that message. Ooh. Ooh, this door is damaged. That'll be important for later. No. Oh, you do have a combat queue, and you can queue up to 4 actions in advance? Wow, I am missing every power attack in existence. I don't think there's any hotkeys for
There's a whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers. You could reprogram the damaged assault droid to help you, if you have enough repair parts. Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire's security systems against the Sith.
So like Karth just said, there are a few options for taking care of this next room. Yeah, I do like the other attacks. However, power attack is the only one that doesn't also compromise your defense. So it's very good for keeping yourself safe while you're attacking. And by endgame, the -3 attack penalty just isn't even worth worrying about. But you get a bunch of free damage on top of it. I do have another save file that I got a little bit ahead. Oops, that's a spoiler. So I'm going to hard save, and we're going to show off a few different routes for this. So first of all... Oh. Hold on. Players can slice into computers and try and override or reprogram existing commands. Slicing a computer requires computer spikes. And we can look at this room. Yeah, there's 4 Sith in there, and a red Sith in particular. And we could just overload the power conduit. But we're not going to do that for now. Also, we have a combat droid. Hey buddy, how are you? Droid repair tutorial. Some droids in the game are disabled or damaged and can be repaired by the player. Fixing a droid in this manner requires repair parts. More complicated repairs require more repair parts. The number of repair parts required varies depending on the repair skill of the character working on the droid. So unfortunately... Oh, no, we do have 8 repair parts. So we could do the full shield and patrol here if we wanted to. But it doesn't seem like we can just run into the next room ourselves. That was an option. I think you can lockpick the door. But we just do not have that as an option here because we didn't take security. It's technically more XP, I believe, if you send the patrol droid in, because then you can just use it to open the door and kill all the enemies yourself and get more XP that way. But considering I don't like our odds, I don't want to take 5 minutes, I'm just going to overload the conduit. Zap, zap, zap. Clap, clap, clap. And we get 150. Oh, no, if you look at the screen, it turns out that we do actually still get full XP. I'm just noticing. Yeah, because that's all the XP pop-ups. Oh, that's nice. Okay. And this is very important. There is a set of remains on the red Sith here that you do not want to miss for early game. Do not miss this. Because you get the prototype vibroblade. The Ion Blaster is nice, don't get me wrong, but the prototype vibroblade is one of a few weapons that can actually be upgraded. We pulled a vibration cell off of the dead Jedi earlier. That is a part for the vibroblade. So, if you take a look at the vibroblade, it has a 1 to 10 physical damage, but it also has a base damage bonus of +1. Hey, no worries, Legend. Thanks for dropping by. It also has 19 to 20 times 2 crit range, which is decent. I think, yeah, none of the other starting weapons have that, or none of the other starting melees have that. The Ion Blaster is low normal damage, but bonus damage versus droids. So there's a few situations where we can swap any ranged party members over to that and have them just kind of use it and deal some extra shred. So we're just going to equip the vibroblade for now. And ta-da! It's a purple. It's a purple sword. I'm trying to get a good, like, camera view. The game doesn't let you, like, zoom in much. Hold on. Oh, and now the most important button on the keyboard. If you press X, you spin your weapon and go into a little combat stance. I like it. So you will just see me randomly start running around and spinning my sword. I always do this. I can't stop myself. It is inevitable. But with that out of the way, we got a shiny new sword. Let's open this door.
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below.
Okay, and who are you again?
I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last 2 crew members left on the Endar Spire. Bastila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
And for that, we get another 250 XP. And I don't believe there's anything else in this main room. But if you'll notice here, there's actually the terminal that Karth has been using to contact people. Why do you know that voice? I think that's Caden from... Or, wait, Caden. Guy from Mass Effect. Also, I saw it. So, test 2. I do not know how well the audio is balanced now that I've turned up the volume on the cinematics. So, if it starts blasting your ears, I apologize. This is the last escape pod, your only hope of survival. Use the escape pod. Okay, still a little bit quiet. Oh, and we're dreaming. Okay. Yeah, I need to turn up the movie volume a little bit more. That's fine.
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you on the escape pod. Do you remember?
Right. Yeah, you were contacting us on the communicator.
You've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
Well, I guess so what's the plan? Are we just gonna wait for... Are we just gonna wait for Republic aid, or...
Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit. But it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
Okay, so... why is it so important that we find Bastila? Like, I get she's a Jedi or whatever, but...
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith Master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire, and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here on Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
I mean, well... I don't get it. Why is she so important? Like, what's so... I get it, she's a Jedi or whatever, but...
Bastila is no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies. Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. Often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. Of course there are limits to what she can do, but from what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she never had a chance to use her battle meditation. Like us, she barely got out alive.
Take a shot every time Karth says battle meditation. Alright, so... what do we do next?
Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers can use the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. Nobody will be looking for a couple of common soldiers like us, and if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how important she is to the war effort. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So, if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help, and we'll probably need hers.
Alright, so... well, where should we start looking?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
Well,
I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be.
and here's where we get a bunch of lore dumps. This is all optional stuff. Like, you can end this conversation pretty much immediately after the Bastila info. Or even sooner than that, honestly, but... what do we know about Terrace?
Terrace was once a magnificent planet-wide metropolis of towering skyscrapers. But that was a long time ago. The upper city, where the rich citizens live, is still pretty safe. If it wasn't for the Sith occupation and a planet-wide quarantine, it might not even be a bad place to live. But farther down, things have degenerated. The lower city is nothing but a slum overrun by swoop bike gangs, waging a never-ending war for control. And the undercity is... well, it's even worse. The lowest level of Terrace is a wasteland overrun by rat ghouls. Mindless, diseased mutants that attack on sight. I've already entered all this info into your datapad journal.
Alright. So, what about this Malak guy? What are we up against?
Everything I know about Malak is pretty much common knowledge. He escaped the trap that killed Darth Revan, his Sith master. With Revan's death, Malak became the new Dark Lord. It's obvious that Malak's a ruthless tyrant who'll crush anyone who stands in his way, just like Revan was. Experience has shown that the Sith won't stop until the Republic lies in ruins. Malak and his Sith don't respect anything except raw, brutal power. It's hard to imagine how someone who used to be a Jedi could become such a monster.
Wait, they were Jedi?
Malak and Revan were once both part of the Jedi Order, but they were young and headstrong, and against the wishes of the Council, they went to battle the Mandalorians on the Outer Rim. Something happened out there. Something corrupted them and drew them over to the dark side. Or maybe there was something rotten inside them all along. I don't know. They formed an army of ex-Republic soldiers and Jedi who'd fallen to the dark side, with Revan at their head, until Revan was killed by Bastila's Jedi strike team. But even that didn't slow the Sith down. Malak just stepped in and assumed Revan's role. He took control of the Sith Armada and resumed the bloody conquest of the Outer Worlds.
Alright, well... oh, here you can potentially get some dark side points by saying, yeah, no, the Malak and the Sith have the right idea. We're not gonna do that. Well, let's get going then. The sooner we find Bastila, the better.
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
And here in the apartment, we have a extra little locker with some basic supplies. I think that's also technically safe storage for at least as long as we're on Terrace. Though you will... There aren't technically any inventory limits, I believe. You can just keep everything in your inventory with no problems. But you also have a workbench here. Throughout the game, you will find weapons and armor that are marked as upgradable. These items can be improved by the addition of an upgrade item. With upgrade items, you can use this workbench to construct new, more powerful version of upgradable ranged melee weapons, lightsabers, and armor. Use the workbench now. Well, just so happens that we have the prototype vibroblade, like I said, and we already have the part for it. And that gives us an extra base damage, an extra point of base physical damage. So now it's functionally 3 to 13 without any stat modifiers. And that even gets better once you start attacking on the later. You just get a +3 to attack once you have the other two parts, and an additional 2 physical. This becomes a very solid starting weapon option. Okay, and I do need to tweak the audio just a little bit. I think the music was running a little bit loud in the cutscenes. I'm going to turn that down by 2 points. And this track might be also getting me copyright pinged because it has elements of Binary Sun, which is another one of the main Star Wars themes. So, apologies to anybody on YouTube who wanted to watch this. Oops. Alright, so let's head out. Every time you leave the apartment, you must select which party members you wish to take. Since this is the first time you're leaving, you'll have to take Karth. And Karth starts as a level 4 soldier. He's technically a straight upgrade to Trask. And as you can see from, I believe there was a brief blip of it, but Karth is packing dual blasters.
Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid.
There was a patrol here just yesterday, and they found nothing. Why do you Sith keep bothering us? Sorry, I have to read over the cuts, or I have to read over the subtitles for you.
That's how we Sith deal with smart-mouthed aliens. Now the rest of you, get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. What's this? Humans hiding out with aliens? They're Republic fugitives! Attack!
Oops. And to that I say, Granada. Oh. And just like that. Poor skill, he never should have talked back to that Sith. Thankfully, you were here to step in and help us, human. This isn't the first time the Sith have come in here to cause trouble for us, but hopefully it will be the last. Well, won't someone be looking for this patrol? Don't worry about the bodies. I'll move them so that it looks like they were killed elsewhere. That should throw the Sith off the track. With any luck, they won't be bothering us again for a while. And with that, we hit level 3. So, there is a... I've mentioned already that there is a second class upgrade that you can get down the line. So creating an effective class split is very important. Oh, wow, that is a lot of stuff. Got more grenades, got some stims, and another blaster rifle. And then, hold on. I swear there was supposed to be... Nope, there's not another item. But yeah. We won't need any of that for now. So, what I was saying, finding an effective class level split is very important. Most things I've seen, or I've read, recommends a 5-15 split. So you can bank XP after technically leveling up. However, there is a limit and there is a bug related to it where if you try to bank too much XP, your other party members that are not in the active party will just stop earning at all. But with the 515, we shouldn't need to worry too much about that. But here, at level 3, we will take... Okay. I'm going to have Treat Injury as the skill that's a little bit behind. Because Persuade we 100% still need... Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind. We are going to take some dings in both of our other skills. But it's fine. I just want to make sure that we're getting Persuade up as much as possible. It won't be as big of a deal down the line because Persuade is a default class skill for all 3 of the second classes. And then we get an additional feat. Prereq for improved dueling is 4. So unfortunately at the moment we don't really have a good option. I could grab toughness or flurry here. Like generally just about everybody who knows the game would be yelling at me to take flurry. Because toughness without the secondary feats is, I don't know. Yeah, we already grabbed implants, so I guess yeah, we'll just take flurry. I won't be taking critical on this build. And accept. Okay, now let's take a look at our other party member, Karth. So he is very firmly light side. No questions asked. And he is set up for... Well, he has 1 point of computer use for some reason. He has some default awareness. He has a... Oh, wait, no, he just has a modifier in Persuade. Never mind. He has a point in repair. Wait, he has a skill rank in security? And treat injury. Wow, Karth, your skill ranks make no sense. Oh, he has 13 int. What is this stat spread? Good lord, Karth. Okay, and as far as feats are concerned... Oh. Wow. Okay, so Karth is heavily spec'd for dual-wielding blasters. He has 2-weapon fighting and improved 2-weapon fighting, as well as weapon focus and weapon specialization for blaster pistols. So the best move for him is to just double down and keep with the blaster pistol setup.
Sure.
Okay. We also have a low security door here, which, funnily enough, you can just smash open doors. In fact, we can do that a lot. So I don't remember what's in half of these rooms, so we're going to save before we go in. I know there's a few side quests we can access early on. Nope, there we go.
On it. It's open.
Hi, you're a person. I'm going to avoid you for a moment. Oh. Well, I don't see too many of your kind around here. Most of the residents in these rundown apartments are illegal aliens. My name's Laram, by the way. I'm reading too fast for the subtitles. Well, hi, Laram. I'm Nero. I know it's really none of my business, but you look like someone who might need to purchase one of those new energy shields. They're the latest thing, you know, very high tech. And completely non-existent in the actual movies. Except for droidicas. So, well, what's so great about them? When you use one, it surrounds you with a radiant aura particle mesh that absorbs blaster bolts. Pretty handy in a fight. The shield even protects against lightsabers, or so I hear. Well, the best defense is not getting hit in the first place. The shields aren't perfect, of course. They can only absorb so much energy damage before they burn out, and ion blasters will take your basic dueling shield down pretty quick.
And I can tell you from experience that they aren't any good at all against a simple vibroblade. That's why the Republic has been training soldiers in hand-to-hand and melee combat.
So, where'd the tech come from? Since this is just kind of out of left field. Also, this random Ithorian just walking into the cutscene. Oh, and the random droid. I don't even know if this is actually part of the original game, or if this is the 16:9 acting up. I've heard rumors of the Akani using shields like this, but I never saw anything like them around here. Not until the Sith game. Where they discovered the technology is anybody's guess. The shields are too rare and too expensive to hand out to an entire army, but a shielded strike team can take down a whole battalion of soldiers armed with conventional blasters. Also, I'm pretty sure this is why they gave you the Ion Blaster early. It gave the Sith a huge edge in the early battles, but it wasn't long before the Republic was able to copy the tech and came up with energy shields of their own. Now both sides are scrambling to come up with new weapons to slice right through the shields, but until they do, you're going to see melee combat coming back to the forefront in this war. Well, anything else? Not much more to say, really, except that I managed to get my hands on one of these shields. It isn't cheap, but it could mean the difference between life and death. So, spoiler alert. Oh. You want to see what I have in stock? I know my kiosk isn't much to look at, but my prices are reasonable and my merchandise is sound. But, spoiler alert, I never used energy shields on my original run. It probably would have made things easier, but, yeah, no. So let's take a look at what he's got for sale. No problem, just step up and take a peek. Okay, so what do you have for sale? Well, he has light battle armor, which is medium. Medium with max dex of 2. That would actually be perfect, but I suspect that we're... Yeah, there's a bunch of weapons available. But we're going to be picking up some general drops of these here relatively soon. There's also battle stems. A sound dampening stealth belt as well, which is bonus points in stealth. So let's take advantage of the time here and just quickly... Oh, the clothes sell for nothing. Repair kits I will sell for now. When did I get those vibroblades? Oh, wow, I'm just noticing that the longsword is only worth 2. Wow, there's some zero value items in this game. Base vibroblade is 1 to 10, 19 to 20. I don't really need them, and Karth's not going melee, so I'm not going to bother. Blaster pistols. Karth is already dual wielding. I'll keep one blaster rifle. I'll sell both the pistols. And I'm keeping the ion because that's a situationally useful one. Okay, so the stims. Adrenal Stamina is a 2-minute Constitution buff of 4. More useful at higher levels where you'll be able to get more effect out of having that extra constitution. Right now, we'd be getting 6 extra max health and 2 fortitude. So, meh. I'm going to sell those. Adrenal strength could also be situationally useful, but I just generally don't use buff items. So we don't need them. 9-second, 15 DC stun on the concussion grenade. Poison is 4 points every 3 seconds. So... Hello! Waves are fine. Or waves offline. Wow. I didn't see the L. I apologize for that, but welcome. 25 DC save on the poison grenade. That could be very situationally useful. How's it going so far? Well, we just hit Terrace. And I'm admittedly doing more of a deep dive and somewhat of roleplay than I probably would. Because I want to give this game its due. We're going to get rid of both the concussion grenades. The frag grenades are very useful, though. So I'm going to keep those. Those are our current main AoE. With 544 points, what do we have that we can grab? If anything that I would want. Actually, there's another shop somewhere nearby that I want to hit. So
Ready?
let's quickly save and open this door as well. I'm going to open all the doors even if I don't go in.
On it. It's open.
Random Twi'lek and some loot items in there. Let's literally just open all the doors first. And yeah, you can just start talking to all of the NPCs here, and they, like, most of them have extra information.
On it.
It's
open.
It's the start of a game, so it's more densely packed with lore NPCs and the like. Ooh, is there anything I can take from here? Nah, that's just a closet. What's funny was I thought there was a little, like, foot locker we could grab stuff from. My first playthrough in a long time. I originally played back on the original Xbox, and I've seen runs of the game at things like GDQ. So I'm aware of the game and how it plays, and I'm very familiar with the D20 system. So I know what I'm doing. It's some of the minor details I'm forgetting. Just some extra loot. Eventually we'll get enough computer spikes that I will literally just be selling them for cash. Because I think they go for like 80 a pop. It gets a little bit silly. That's our apartment, so we made a loot. Alright, side quest time. Pick up all the side quests here, see what we need to do. Hi, who are you?
Who are you? What are you doing in here? You can't just come barging into someone's home.
Are you sure about that?
That's no excuse. You can't just go around barging into people's apartments because you're curious. But at least you're more polite than that pig Holden.
So who's Holden?
Just one of Darvik's men who can't keep his hands to himself. But all he got for his trouble was a nasty scar from my vibroblade. Too bad I'm the one still paying the price.
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm in enough trouble already. Besides, I don't know if I can trust you.
Oh, well, maybe I can help.
No, I don't think so. I
Darn
can't
it.
afford...
And we... Hold on. Have to load this. Have to load the, there's no mid-dialogue, check. Or mid-dialogue, whatchamacallit? Quick save.
Who are you?
But yeah, you end up locking yourself out of the side quests if you don't
That's no...
manage some, speech checks if memory serves. Wait.
No, I don't think...
Darn it.
Good.
I'm gonna save that one for when we got a few more points to persuade. Or have adrenal charisma or whatever, if that even exists. Alright, let's go to the other houses, I guess. Hi.
Pudu, Tunirama na
Just take what you want. I won't try to stop you.
Papanki.
Don't mind if I do. We don't even get dark side points for it. Wait, that's the upper city, so this should be the last one. Yep, random authorium. The door was already opened at this one, I believe. Well, I don't even feel bad about it. Like, we're an RPG protagonist, you know. That's how these things work. Ah, behold, Paris. Also, behold, our literal escape pod right here. Man, we were a hair off of going off the edge of this place and just getting... We almost fell into the Undercity. I think this is our escape pod. The salvage droids are busy scanning and scavenging the remains of this Republic escape pod. Good to know. Something seems to be bothering Karth. Maybe you should speak to him and see if we can get him to open up about it. Speak to Karth.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Well, what's on your mind?
Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than a ship wars. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars before all this started. But with all that, I've never experienced anything like the slaughter these Sith animals can unleash. Not even the Mandalorians were that senseless. My homeworld was one of the first planets to fall to Malak's fleet. The Sith bombed it into submission, and there wasn't a damn thing our Republic forces could do to stop them.
You're talking like it's your fault, like you failed somehow.
It shouldn't be my fault. I did everything I could. I followed my orders and did my duty. That shouldn't mean I failed them. I didn't.
Oh, we accidentally pushed a trauma button. Them? Do you mean the people of your homeworld?
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense, am I? You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much. At all, actually. I'm more used to taking action, keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
Understandable. Gotta keep focused on the mission. Okay, so this is one of the other early game shops that we can hit. And this one, hold on. Yeah, this one has some mildly better items.
Hello there. I haven't seen you in my shop before. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kebla Yurt. Welcome to the Equipment Emporium. You looking to buy some supplies? My shop's the largest one in all of Upper Terrace. Best selection on the planet. Whatever you need, I've got. Well, mostly.
Mostly? What do you mean by that?
The Sith confiscated all my heavy weapons, and they impounded all my ships and swoop bikes. But I've still got a real nice selection, if you're interested.
Just the protocol droid clinking in the back and constantly going into frame. I love it.
Just so you know, the prices on the items are final. No bargaining here. This isn't a swap meet, okay? I only deal in top-notch stuff.
Understandable. And here we see some better gear. Wait. That's weird. Why? Okay, no, it's just 1 point better than the heavy combat suit. I was confused as to why this one was so much more expensive, but it's 1 base defense higher, so that's why. Okay, Connie Ritual Brand. So back when I did a few dual wield builds, I would pick this weapon up because that's 3 to 13 and it's a dual weapon, so it's treated as 2-weapon fighting. Ooh, Sith Sniper. Despite its effectiveness, these modified blaster rifles are not often employed by the Sith. Why is it? Huh. Okay. Oh, and we've got some additional belts. Hold on. I don't remember what this is for, but I'm pretty sure it's a quest item, so I'm going to pick up the permacrate detonator for 50. Otherwise, unfortunately, no additional items that we'll really need. Oh, important note. On the PC version of the game, security spikes are bugged. They do nothing. So they're literally just extra credits for you to sell. There are a few mods that can change that. I opted not to install them just to keep the experience as vanilla as possible while still keeping the 16:9. So unfortunately, that was not as big of a general pickup as I was hoping for. This is the cantina, I think. Yeah. So there's a few things we can pick up here at the upper cantina. One thing about it, I'm going to advance a little bit further in the general plot before I do any of that. Because there are a bunch of side quests you can just do here. It's kind of ridiculous, actually, how much this game is just throws at you at the beginning if you know where to look. Oh, and it looks like someone's getting shaken down over there. On that note, the medical facility. Or on the whole note of things that we need, the medical facility. A Zeklaforn.
I see from your appearance that you are an off-worlder. Still, you're welcome here. I'll not have it said that Zelka refused to help somebody just because they weren't a citizen of Terrace. Do you require healing or medical supplies? I can treat almost any injury or ailment right here at the medical facility. Except the rat ghoul disease, of course.
What's the rat ghoul disease?
The terrible affliction has plagued Terrace for many generations. It is spread by the rat ghouls, horrible monsters that live in the Undercity below Terrace's great skyscrapers. Prolonged exposure to the Undercity breeds the disease, and those infected will eventually mutate into rat ghouls themselves, becoming mindless beasts that feed on the flesh of others.
Is there a cure?
There is no antidote for the disease, though I heard the Republic scientists at the military base here on Terrace were close to perfecting a cure. Then the Sith arrived. They overran the military base, and now they refuse to allow anyone access to the laboratories inside. The Sith are keeping all the serum for the patrols they send into the Undercity. If I could just get my hands on a sample of that serum, the rat ghoul disease could be wiped from the face of Terrace forever. I don't see how that's going to happen.
Well, I'll see what I can do about that, but...
I don't see how anyone could get their hands on that serum. The military base is crawling with Sith guards. Breaking in there would be a suicide mission. I suppose the Sith patrols in the Undercity might have a sample of the serum on them, if they hadn't already used it because of a rat ghoul infection. But I doubt a patrol would just hand the serum over, and nobody is stupid enough to attack one of the Sith patrols, even in the Undercity.
Well, let me take a look at what I've got, or what you've got.
Just step over here and I'll show you what I have in stock. My prices are very reasonable, just what I need to keep this facility operating.
Alright, and as it turns out, he has two... Well, oh no, these are level 2 and 3 implants. Never mind, not what I was hoping for. But full poison immunity and mind-affecting immunity, which should be able to counter some force powers, I think? Oh, lab personnel only. That's concerning.
Psst, you there. Wait a minute. I need to talk to you about the rat ghoul serum. I've got an offer for you might want to hear.
What are you talking about?
Zelka isn't the only one who wants to get his hands on the rat ghoul serum. Davik Kang will pay you 10 times what Zelka can if you can get the cure.
And why does he want the cure so badly?
Davik's interested in anything that can turn a profit. He could make a fortune selling the serum to anyone infected with the disease. Not like Zelka, who'll practically give it away.
Didn't we, like, wasn't part of that whole conversation that the cure was not complete? Like, doesn't Zelka kind of need to continue working on the cure in order to make it, like, properly viable? You know what? I'll keep your offer in mind.
And then only the rich could afford the cure. Just let the poor suffer, right?
If you find the Rakghoul serum, just take it to Zax in the lower city bounty office. He works for Davik. He'll pay you what that cure is really worth.
Journal entry added. Thank you, medical droid. Words of wisdom. Alright, here we go.
Davik says you missed your last payment.
Here, I've got 50 credits, a down payment. That should buy me some time, right?
Sorry, you're out of time. Now it's all or nothing. Davik can't have people not paying his debts.
But I don't have that much. How can I give you credits I don't have? No, help! Somebody help! They're going to kill me!
I know we have to be careful about drawing attention to ourselves, but are we gonna just let them drag this guy off?
Hold on a second. Looks like we got ourselves a witness here.
You see, I was willing to, like, talk this out, but, yeah, no, you started trying to threaten me instead, and, you know, Karth already wants you dealt with, so, I don't like your attitude. I'd better teach you guys a lesson. Teach you to mind your own business. You're the ones who turned to me and decided that, well, hey, we're going to kill this guy for being a witness. You're in a public space, jackass. Nope. Let's see how Flurry handles. Oh, it handles very nicely, in fact.
I owe you my life. Those bounty hunters are going to take me away and kill me. My life warned me not to take a loan from Davik. Now I can't pay him back. It's not good to owe a crime lord money. He'll just keep sending more bounty hunters after me till I'm dead.
Well, I'm just glad I could help. I'd offer to help you, you know, how much money is it?
You already helped me by saving me from those bounty hunters, so unless you have a spare 100 credits to give me so I can pay off Davik, there's nothing else you can do.
Fine, take them. We'll get drop loot soon enough.
Giving me 100 credits? Just like that? I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you.
You're giving him 100 credits? Generous.
Now I can pay off Davik. You've saved my life. Thank you. I'd better take these credits to him right away.
And we get light side points and some extra experience for that. It's basically a conversion of 100 credits to 250 XP, which is like 3 extra kills. Oh, and these guys have some money on them. So we actually made more credits back by the drop loot. Because there was 116 there. Okay, Upper City North. So I think... I'm trying to remember where we need to go. I have a rough idea, but... well, where does this go? It's just a door. Another set of apartments. Do I want to do this now? Nah. Let's... I have a point that I want to hit in the story before we end today. You got a good 20 minutes to hit it. Oh boy. Drunk man. Oh boy. Come by. Come by. Do not aggro. Okay, cool.
Listen to me, people. There is a terrible scourge sweeping our planet. Heed my warning before it is too late.
Oh, jeez. Why do I have a bad feeling about this particular confrontation?
Friends and fellow humans, I bring you a warning. A warning of a great plague spreading across our planet. Please, listen to me. My name is Gorton Kolu. Will you join my cause? We must band together if we are to stop the spread of vermin and scum throughout Taris.
What are you talking about?
I am speaking of the hideous-looking aliens who walk the world of Taris. The Wookiees and Ithorians and Rhodians and Bith, all of them. Listen, friend, for these are dark times. That is why I, Gorton Kolu, have formed the Anti-Alien League. The time has come for action. We cannot sit idly by while aliens blight our glorious planet.
Wow. I don't know what's worse, your hate-mongering or your ignorance.
You are like all the rest. You will not see the truth. On the day of reckoning, you will suffer with the rest of the alien lovers.
Come on, we should keep moving. Kook or no, people like him can make trouble for us.
You're not wrong, Karth. You're not wrong.
The evil one.
Just gotta love casual, humanocentric Star Wars lore. Okay, so this is a droid shop. There's some things we can do. However, there's some story requirements to get anything useful out of this particular shop, so I'm not even gonna bother.
A plague spreads through our streets. We cannot
It's just the memories are slowly coming back, just bit by bit. Okay, that's the Sith base, so that's a no-go. And I think we need ID in order to get into the Undercity.
Is off limits. Only Sith patrols and those with proper authorization are allowed into the lower city. It's obvious from the way you're dressed that you're not one of the Sith patrols, so unless you have the authorization papers, you must move along.
Okay, where can I get the papers?
If you were supposed to have them, you'd know where to get them. Now quit wasting my time and move along.
Wow, jerk.
Move along, then.
We're gonna need some kind of disguise if we want to get past this guy.
Yeah, thanks, Karth. I figured that out. Alright, well, unfortunately, it looks like we've hit a wall on that. The real question is, was it the cantina or is it the apartments here? I think it's the apartments. You know, the ones that I completely walked past earlier. You know, there's plenty of Sith troopers. We could just start cleaving our way through. Wait, nah, they'd probably just bombard us from orbit if we tried causing too much trouble on the ground. Okay, so,
Ready?
Karth, start picking locks. And yes, I'm making hard saves outside of basically every...
On it. It's open.
Oh. You are not who I wanted. This is an open door. Hey, footlocker. Medpack, computer spike, and a singular credit. Which is still called credits for some reason. There we are. Alright, hi guys.
Just move along. There's nothing to see here. Where did you hide those Sith uniforms? Did you sell them to the Teresian underground? Start talking. I want answers.
Please, I'm only a visitor to Taris, trapped here by your quarantine. I know nothing about the Teresian underground or your missing Sith uniforms. What's going on in there?
You're a little too curious for your own good, civilian. This doesn't concern you.
I know all about Sith interrogations. This isn't going to end well.
I'm getting sick of your lies, you alien scum. We've got your ugly mug and a security tape from the base. Start talking before I splatter your slimy brains all over this room. Uh-oh. I think the commander's losing his temper. I'm glad I'm out of here. It took me an hour to clean the bloodstains from my uniform after the last interrogation.
I love how... I love how he just casually says that to us. I mean, maybe he really doesn't know anything?
Just stay out of this if you know what's good for you.
Fine, I guess we'll go the hyper good guy route, because it's either no, we're not gonna bother, or yeah, just I won't let you kill a defenseless prisoner.
What was that? Did I hear you right? Let us kill him? How can you stop us? Time to teach the civilian the penalty for defying the Sith.
Yeah, about that. I apologize. Light side points gained, by the way. Oh, there was an extra Sith in there. And now I feel bad, because that was a curb stop. Check for any additional loot. Yep. Hey, more poison and concussion grenades, and some stems. And there's the Sith armor we needed. And a blaster rifle. And 300 XP. So, hi, by the way, we're just going to rob you while we're here. Oh, look, a single computer spike and a med pack. Yeah, we're gonna be getting a lot of those. By the way, we're up to 14 med packs right now. Thank you, human. The Sith would have killed me. Of that I'm certain. I don't know who you are, but it's clear you are no friend of the Sith. Among my people there is a saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Like you, I hate the Sith. That is why I stole those Sith uniforms for the Hidden Becks. Well, so who are these Hidden Becks, then? In the lower city, there are some who do not bow to the conquerors. Spook gangs like the Hidden Becks are gathering resources to one day strike against the Sith oppressors. If you wish to strike another blow against the Sith, you would be wise to journey to the lower city and speak to Gan Thuk, the leader of the Hidden Becks. Good to know. We could ask for a reward for saving him, but honestly, that's a bit much. I think we got the gist of what's going on. We could technically ask him to elaborate, but basically they're planning on doing a Trojan horse strategy with the Sith uniforms. That's the long and the short of it from what I'm getting. As should I. The Sith know my face now. I must hide somewhere on this world. Thank you once again, human. And off he goes. Goodbye, alien prisoner. We will never see you again. So, funnily enough, the Sith armor is a very interesting piece of equipment because it is a 2 defense bonus with a max dex of +8. Compared to the standard combat suit, which is defense bonus 4 with max dex of 5. It's a little bit silly. But with that, we can now get into the lower city. And while I'm thinking about it, hold on, have we already been... Nope, we have not. Hello, Footlocker. Karth... I was getting caught on Karth's hitbox. Okay. Tab over to Karth, have him pick the lock.
On it. It's open.
Oh, now I feel bad. Because we just have a literal family here. Man, woman, and child. Oops. Hi, yeah, no big deal. I'm just here to rob you. You know, doing the RPG protagonist thing. 14 credits. Alright, now... That's the exit, so the first door here should be the first one we picked. Yeah, that's Largo, so... Quickly save.
Please, please don't hurt me. You don't have to kill me. I'll have Davik's money if he just gives me a little more time. Please. I don't want to die. Here, I've got 50 credits on me. That's all I've got. It's yours. Just don't tell Davik where I'm hiding, okay? I'm begging you.
What are you on about?
You mean you're not here to kill me? But I thought you were one of Davik's bounty hunters. If you're not here to kill me, what do you want?
Well, I don't know, maybe I could help with your problems with Davik.
I don't think anyone can help me. I owe Davik money, and I was late with the payment. So he went to Zach's in the bounty office and put a price on my head. I've been hiding here ever since. But sooner or later, someone will find me. Unless I somehow come up with another 200 credits. I'm a dead man.
Unfortunately, that's a little bit much for early games, so I'm not gonna tell anybody he's here.
Thank you. You've saved my life. At least until one of Davik's bounty hunters finds me.
Also, admittedly, the bounty hunting is one of the early game money makers. I don't remember if it technically gives dark side points or not, but if it doesn't, we'll probably be back to claim that guy, unfortunately. Alright, well, with that out of the way... Oh, something I didn't mention with the combat, and especially the fact that you can pause mid-combat, you can swap between your characters and just give commands to each of them. Wait. Oh, the store reshut. That's what was throwing me off. Wait, no, that's Upper City South. I'm on the wrong side of the city.
Yes?
Also, our character does technically have a voice, even though they only have a few little blips during switching characters.
What? 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 Yes? What? What?
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Ready?
Sure.
What?
Yes?
What?
Yes?
What?
Yes?
Ready?
Yes?
Uh-huh.
Yes?
What is this planet coming to, huh? Slummy's just walking around the upper city.
Alright.
The Lord says you belong, Slummy.
This is Richard.
Yeah, like he said. These streets are for upper city citizens. You better get out of the way if you know what's good for you.
You probably should think twice about this.
Come on, fellas. This Slummy ain't worth the bother.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Maybe next time, Slummy. Come on, fellas, let's go.
60 XP for passing the speech check. We could have gotten into a fight and probably killed them and gotten, I don't know, 75 to 100, but, like, it's not worth it. Okay, so, here's the funny bit. Hello, Sith Guard. Let me just conveniently put on this uniform directly in front of you. Ah, yes, I too am Sith Guard. XP points received, 50.
Another patrol heading down to the lower city. Well, good luck. I've heard it's pretty rough down there. There's a big swoop gang war going on, you know. You better watch yourself. Those gangs will take a shot at anyone, even us. It's too bad we don't have the manpower just to sweep those slums clean.
Oh, and if we talk to them, we get additional XP. I wonder if you can technically lose out on that XP by just going directly down. He moved. He was over there, now he moved to the other side of me. Okay, so big one, take off the Sith armor and put on your actual combat gear before you walk through this door. Vex are nothing but bantha fodder. The Vulkars are the strongest. For those who don't speak Star Wars, they're basically saying the Vex are bullshit. Wow. Yeah, no, I hate to say it, but the Vex just got bodied, frankly. And say hello to the Volkars, and say hello to a grenade. Oh, unfortunately these ones moved out of range, so... Wow. I think we may be a little bit too effective here in the early combat. There is a difficulty slider. I'm keeping it on normal for now. I may have to bump it up if our build proves to still be way too good. Also, pro tip, don't go in this direction. You can see a Twi'lek corpse from here? Yeah. The reason for that is... You know what? Let me just show you. Can I grab the corpse? Hey, I can. It's 2 med packs. There's guards. Oh. Wait, is it seriously just the guards?
Sure.
That seems off. I could have sworn there were turrets. Oh! No, he hit me for 7. Holy crap. If I take one more ding, I'm going to, Yep. Wow, that guy is worth 200 XP. Obviously a bit higher level, but, if you can kill them, yeah, definitely worth the XP. Okay, so now I think if we go further in, we hit a bunch of turrets, and that's what... Nope. Why am I remembering just a wall of turrets? It's weird. My brain is insisting there was an area that just had, like, a set of 4 turrets in terrace. Bah. Okay. Well, we've technically got 3 minutes left in the stream, but I want to go... Nah, Lower City Apartments. Actually, yeah, I want to go to the Lower City Apartments because there should be a cutscene we can trigger here. That shows off a very specific character. Never mind. Instead, it shows off a very specific enemy that's just going to... Yeah. Nice. Wait. Those Volkars just ran into this room. Don't tell me there's... Okay. Yes, I'm just spamming Flurry because, like Survival Dex said, it is extremely busted for early game, especially with a high base attack build. We are taking more hits as a result, so I need to be a little bit careful. Ooh. We got dropped. Oops. Oh, because that's a gang boss. That's not an actual... Yeah, that gang boss was worth 400. I think even if a character is dead in combat, they still get XP. But from killing that gang boss, we get a heavy blaster, an energy shield, and another Volkar shock stick, in addition to some stun grenades. Now, I'm going to hope that when we put a point of, or that when we take level on our main character here, it actually gives us a full heal. Because if it doesn't, then we're a little bit boned. We're going to be burning a lot of extra med packs. Attributes. Surprise! It's level 4, which means we get a stat increase, and the obvious choice is going an extra point of strength. You only get 4 of those across the entire game, and it makes sense to grab them now. We're going to continue balancing out treat injury and awareness. And now that it's level 4, we can pick up a few extra feats, actually. Improved power attack is an option. Improved dueling is an option. Improved flurry is an option. And here's the big one. Improved flurry also reduces the defense penalty, so it's even more useful to take it. That goes down to only taking -1 defense, -1 attack at Master Flurry. We could also take implants too, but I don't particularly need that at the moment. So I think improved dueling is it. Yeah, because I want to get master dueling as soon as possible, as soon as we can, effectively. Okay, and then accept. And it did heal us. Okay, good. Oh, did I already pick you up? I did not. You know what? We're gonna go an extra half hour. End at 6:30. Because none of the other 2 people I would normally stop streaming for are live today, so might as well. You know what? Karth, hold on. Can I...
Yes, what's on your mind?
Can I not target Karth with a heal?
What?
Oh, wow, no. Each character has to heal themselves with medpacks. That's a bit rough, actually. So let's top off Karth. One thing of it. I should probably give Karth the heavy blaster for his main hand. Oh. No. Karth has a unique upgradable blaster. We can switch that to his offhand, though. And just run that instead. I may actually have to pause for a moment, because, wait, the heavy blaster is also full offhand damage? Huh. 3 to 10, 3 to 8, yeah. Never mind. I guess I'm just going to put the heavy blaster in his offhand. And this is a bit silly, but it's actually most effective to have Karth in the Sith armor, because we haven't picked up any other armor yet.
Yes?
I don't know if that's going to mess with any dialogue options or whatever, but it gives him a little bit of a defense boost. Oh. Oh boy. Pretty great. Sorry I couldn't be in there with you, but here's the package I promised. Remember, activate the holographic security system in the proper order, or boom. Activate the holograms in the same order they join the band. Since you're the Twisted Rancor Trio's manager, you should be able to figure out the code. I still think this is a mistake. Davik won't be happy if Ashana can't fill in for her sister, and you don't want to get Davik mad or you might never come out of that state again. Anyway, good luck, and if this works, think about what a great chapter it'll make in that biography of the brand you've been working on. So, is there additional lore info? Lore bit, the Twisted Rancor Trio. Okay, I need... Where is it? Guts and Glory, a chronicle of the amazing story of the Twisted Rancor Trio. By Gilthos Uxaris. Okay. So, Gilthos, or it's either Gilthos or Alinda. Alinda Uji. Alinda Uji, and then Lupa. Oh. Linda. Okay. I think I've got it. So, Alinda. Uja. Uh-oh. I missed a person. Fuji. Lupa. Photo. Ashana. Don't explode, don't explode, don't explode. Okay, we're good. Experience points earned, 110. And the chest opens, and inside is the Akani fiber armor and 50 credits. Well, isn't it funny that I just gave Arth a different armor set? Ooh. Okay, this is also upgradable light armor, so this will be useful in the long run. One moment, I need to kind of shift in my chair here. So let's equip that on us and continue making us a defensive powerhouse, and we'll give the basic combat suit to Karth. There we go. And now, we have these weird sleeves. It's basically a recolor of the combat suit.
Sure.
A lot of the light armors and the early armors in general are reskins of each other, so meh. Okay. This is a lockpick door. So I am once again going to save, because I want to make sure I have a point to go back to in case we don't want to trigger a specific interaction yet.
It's open.
Hey, you can't come in here. This is a private apartment. What are you doing in here? This place looked abandoned. None of your business. Just turn around and go back the way you came if you know what's good for you. Are you in some sort of trouble? Do you want to talk about it? I guess I could tell you. You'll probably find out eventually on your own anyways. Zax is giving away his bounties like candy or so, I hear. So another bounty target. That's 2. My name's Matrick. I used to work for the Exchange, but all the violence and killings tried to get to me. I knew what I was doing was wrong, but I turned state's evidence. I think that might be a weird translation thing. My testimony helped put some of the biggest criminals on Terrace away for life. But Devik didn't like seeing his friends go down, so now he's got a bounty on my head. Well, how can I help? I don't think there's much of anything anyone can do, and I'm sick of running, so I've decided to make my stand right here. I think this is where the permacrate detonator comes in. I love the options here. Hey, maybe you could off Davik. Maybe you could pay off Davik. Maybe you could fake your own death. Seems like an escalation. Well, funnily enough, I think the faking your own death option is the one that I actually have the resources for. But I'm not sure if that gets me the bounty payoff. I don't want to get involved. Can't say I blame you. If I had to do it again, I might think twice before going up against the Exchange. I understand if you just want to leave. Just be careful that nobody sees you as you leave. I don't want anyone finding out I'm hiding here. Yeah, well, the door's gonna technically stay wide open, so... And now the important question. Does he go hostile if we try to rob him? Computer spike, medpack, credits, the default item arrangement. We can't loot that crate in the back, unfortunately. Okay, so that's 2 of the bounty side quest targets that we found. Let's save again. New door. Oh, that's back to the lower city. Wait, that means we never went through this first... Did we never go through the first 2 apartments? Also, why is there... Oh, we could have repaired the sentry droid and actually got it to, help us. Oops. Oh, hi. Oh, I think because of level scaling, we actually are getting a little bit less XP from the standard Black Vulkars now. They were giving 100, now they're only giving 100. I mean, that happens regardless of whether you take the level or bank it, so it's fine. Alright, how about you? Yep, just more Black Vulkars. Wow, that one only gave 25 XP. That was a level 1 enemy, I believe. Spike Park credits. Okay, and with that, I believe that's all of the areas. So, let's get out of here and advance the plot. I thought there was a cutscene with a very specific, future party member here, but unfortunately, it seems like he hasn't shown up. That, or I'm missing something else, and it's a different area entirely. Alright. Well, let's... Ah, that's a cantina. That'd be good for some info. It's got a bouncer. Oh, hey, a hidden back lookout. The alien prisoner. His name they gave me, not his name properly.
You can't just walk in here. This is the hidden back base. How do I know you're not a Vulkar spy sent to kill Gadon Thek?
I need his help. I was told to speak to him.
A lot of people want to go inside and speak to Gadon. He's a hero of the common folk. But the days of the Hidden Beck's open door policy are gone. Between the Sith conquest and the Vulkar gang war, Gadon has more enemies than he used to. We're being careful about who we let in now.
Maybe I could pay you to get in?
My loyalty's not for sale. I've been with the Hidden Becks for years, and I'm not going to desert Gadon now just because everyone is turning against him.
Well, maybe I could help you with those enemies that are, you know, turning against him.
Well, we do need all the help we
Not even a persuade check!
Like you're with the Vulkars or the Sith. Besides, it's not like you can do anything to harm Gadon in the heart of his own base. Not with Zerdra watching his back.
Are you kidding me? The persuade check is less effective than the... I mean, it would have given us a little bit of extra XP, but still... Like, the persuade check is less effective than just saying, hey, yeah, no, I can probably take out these guys for you. Wow.
Go in and speak to Gadon if you want. Just remember to be on your best behavior. The Hidden Becks are watching you.
Cool. Now, I don't remember if there's even anything really lootable in the Hidden Beck base. Like, this place, there's a few scenarios, and there's technically a dark side version where you, I think, can side with the Black Vulkars. But...
Hold it right there. Who are you, and what is your business with Gadon?
Calm down, Zerdra. Nobody's going to try anything here in the middle of our own base. It would be a suicide mission.
You're too trusting, Gadon. Brezhik and his Vulkars want you dead. Anyone we don't know is a potential threat, and it's my job to make sure you're safe.
Do you want us to start attacking strangers on sight, Zerdra? Like the Vulkars do? I will never let it come to that. Now step aside and let them pass.
As you wish. You can speak to Gadon if you want, but I've got my eye on you. You try anything and you'll be vaporized before you can say Vulkar spy.
Neat.
You'll have to forgive Zerdra. Ever since Brezhik and the Vulkars began this war against us, she's been a little overzealous in her security duties. The problems with the Sith haven't helped things. Zerdra seems to forget that I know how to look after myself. Now, how can I help you?
Well, I need info on the Republic escape pods.
The escape pods? You know, I heard the Sith have been asking around the upper city about them as well. But you don't look like you're with the Sith.
They might be spies, Gadon. They might be working for the Sith.
Calm down, Zerdra. If the Sith thought we knew anything useful, they'd have a battalion of troops kicking down our door. No, I think this off-worlder has his own agenda.
So, I'm not sure if this dialogue changes if you're actually wearing the Sith armor. I'm gonna take the mildly rude option here. Because, like, don't worry, I'm not working for the Sith is exactly what someone working with the Sith as a spy would say.
I suppose I could tell you what I know. It's not like it could do any harm to me or my gang. But it might cause problems for the Vulkars, and that's okay in my book. The Vulkars stripped those pods clean within hours after they landed. It's too bad we didn't get there first, considering what my spies reported the Vulkars found. A female Republic officer named Bastila survived the crash. We Becks don't believe in intergalactic slavery, but the Vulkars aren't so picky. They took a prisoner.
So, well, what happens to slaves around here?
Normally, the Vulkars would take a captured slave and sell them for a nice profit to Davik, or an off-world slaver. But a Republic officer is no ordinary catch.
They still think Bastila is just a Republic officer. That could work to our advantage. Maybe she'll even figure out a way to escape from the Vulkar base on her own.
She's too valuable to leave with the Vulkar scum at the base. Brejik's probably got your Republic friend hidden away somewhere safe until the big swoop race. You'll never find her.
Well, what does the swoop race have to do with it?
I'm afraid your friend has become a pawn in Brejik's game to take over the lower city. He's offered her up as the Vulkar's share of the prize in the annual swoop gang race. By putting up such a valuable prize, Brejik hopes to win the loyalty of some of the smaller gangs. Their numbers will allow him to finally destroy me and my followers.
So how do you propose we go about rescuing Bastila then? Well, we can't fight all the gangs.
The only hope you have of rescuing Bastila is to somehow win the big season opener of the swoop race.
Okay, so can you help me with this?
I might be able to help you with this, if you'd be willing to help us. We both have something to gain here, and much to lose.
Alright, what are you proposing?
The swoop race is for the lower city gangs only. I could sponsor you as a rider for the Hiddenbecks this year. If you win the race, you'll win your friend's freedom. But first, you have to do something for me. My mechanics have developed an accelerator for a swoop engine. A bike with the accelerator installed can beat any other swoop out there. But the Vulkars stole the prototype from us. They plan to use it to guarantee a victory in this year's swoop race. I need you to break into their base and steal it back.
Alright, and how do I get it?
Getting into the Vulkar base won't be easy. The front doors are locked tight. But I know someone who might be able to get you in the back way. Mission Vale.
Mission? Gaddon, you can't be serious. She's just a kid. How is she supposed to help them with this?
Mission's explored every step of every back alley in the lower city. Plus, she knows the undercity sewers better than anyone. If anyone can get inside the Vulkar base, it's her.
Alright, so how do I find her?
She and her Wookiee friend Zalbar are always looking to stir up a little excitement. They like to go exploring in the undercity, despite the dangers. Your best bet is to look for her in the undercity. But you'll need some way past the Sith guard post at the elevator.
Well, I have disguises, and I got past the upper city guard no problem. So...
A simple disguise might have worked on the upper city guard, but the security down here is much tougher. You'll need the proper papers to get past him. Luckily, my gang ambushed one of the Sith patrols headed down to the undercity. They never made it, and their security papers fell into my hands. Since we're working together now, I suppose I could give them to you in exchange for your uniforms. With the security papers, you won't need a disguise anyway.
So, what's funny is I don't know if there's any other side quests that you need this uniform for, but this is the main plot, so...
Good choice. Thanks for the uniforms. You won't need them with these security papers anyway. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
And we can, again, ask lore questions here, so we're gonna let that be and just... I think there was something with the one, like, off-duty Sith officer in one of the cantinas, but I don't know if you actually need the uniforms for that or not. I think you can still just get past that with, like, a persuade check or something. But it's fine either way. Alright, well, I'll be back when I get the accelerator then.
I suggest you hurry. The swoop race is coming up, and we want you to have time to practice before the race.
Alright. Items received, items lost, journal entry added. Yay! That... I think we are actually going to call it here for now, after I I'm gonna sweep the area quick and see. Oh, nope, locked. Okay, we can rob them. Don't mind me, lads. I'm just going to rob you. Just rave music off in the big distance, not even interrupting the normal music. God, I love this game. And it's just kind of here. There's not even an explanation for it. It's just, you go near this wall. You go near this wall and there's just rave music. It's so silly. Alright, let's finish sweeping this place and then we'll call it a day. I gave it an extra 20 minutes, but my throat's actually starting to feel kind of rough, not gonna lie. Standard door. That's a security door, so we can't do anything further there. Alright, well. I think, then, that's gonna do it. So, thank you all for watching. It has been a blast to come back to this game. I will be live again Thursday, barring nothing else weird happens. I almost ended up canceling today, but it worked out nicely that, well, I pulled through and even went long on the stream. So, you know. If you're new to the channel and want to see more, feel free to drop a follow. And if you would like to support the stream monetarily, you can subscribe through Twitch, but if you want to actually make sure more of the money goes to me and the channel and not to Bezos, there is a Ko-Fi link down in the description. Again, neither is technically necessary, but every last little bit is greatly appreciated. Well, that out of the way, thank you all for watching. Take it easy. This is Rain, signing off.